Hey guys, WaluigiWalkthrough's here with some more Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. In the last part we finish off Chapter 4 and Bowser and Peach's little interlude. And in this part we're heading back to Rogueport to hold the Crystal Star above the Thousand-Year Door. Well, I mean, on the pedestal in front of the Thousand-Year Door. Anyway, quite a few things to take care of before we go and get that next Crystal Star in Chapter 5. But before we do that, we got an email. Would that be an email? You think? I shouldn't be too hard on Vivian. Dear Mario, I finally learned what the legendary treasure is. It is the spirit of a demon. Oh. The X-Not plan to revive this 1,000-year-old monster. Wow. And use its power to take over the world. They're collecting the crystal stars so they can open the 1,000-year door. Ah. And they'll find this demon spirit, but the only thing that can keep it locked away is the crystal stars themselves. Ooh, you must not let them get the crystal stars. Please, Mario, you must put a stop to their horrible plans, Princess Peach. I will do that. An ancient demon spirit? Yeah, that's basically it. Well, anyway, now that we've got Vivian in our party, it's very helpful. We can go over here, and, let me think, what do I need to do? Alright, let's first head over this way. Yeah, there's a star piece we can get now. Well, I mean, we could have gotten it last chapter, but I just felt like getting it now. Anyway, if we go back here, behind this column is a star piece. As you may well know by now, I'm actually going to try to get all 100 star pieces. And I'm definitely getting all shine sprites, so yay! Anyway, let's get up the pipe and get back up to Rogueport, because there are quite a few things we can get now. Alright. As I'm recording this, I've probably already I'm uploading the third part of the first chapter? No. Yeah, the third part of the first chapter. No, what am I talking about? I'm uploading the prologue of the second chapter. I can't even remember what parts I've already uploaded. That's the worst part. Anyway, I sure like to go to a deserted island where I could write without any worries. Alright, well anyway, now that we got our tube rolling ability, if we go into a tube form here, there's a tiny little rolling area we can get down through. So let's go. And this puts us out here. And as you can clearly see, there is a shine sprite. Shine! Alright, now that we got that, we've got 7 shine sprites. Alright, we can definitely level up Vivian. Alright, in order to get out of this place, get into tube form again, and go through that tiny crack in the wall. And this puts us conveniently in this Koopa's house. Man, I feel bad for this Koopa. He's like, what are you doing in my house? Where did you even come out of? You came out of the drawer? What? He's probably like freaking out. Look, he's on his bed. He's like, I'm freaking out. Yet another day dwindles away while I loaf in bed. Oh well. Okay, so he's not that scared. Alright, so now we got that. I'm probably going to see you guys down in the 1,000-year door. Let's go! Actually, I lied. I'm first going to go level up Vivian. Yep, I thought for a moment that I was going to go to the 1,000-year door, but then I was like, you know what, let's just go level up Vivian as we can. Alright, so we have used up a level up for each partner. We have 5 partners as it is, right? Goombella, Koops, Flurry, Shadow, Vivian. So 5 partners, 15 shard sprites. We have, what is it, 4 left over, so 15, 4, 19. Alright, so we got 19 shine sprites of the 42 that there are. That's pretty good. Alright, so let's get to move on. Alright, so Vivian can now do Fiery Jinx. Let's take a look at that. Attack all foes with flames that set them on fire. It costs quite a bit of some FP, but you know what? It's a very good move. Yep, because it damages all enemies and it pierces their defense. Yep, Vivian can pierce defense, just like Shadow's Gulp can do that. Anyway, now that we're down here in Rogueport Sewers, let's just go to the 1,000-year door. Hope there are no enemies. Anyway, now that we've got Vivian, we can actually do this. It's a little known secret. Some people don't even bother to go it. Anyway, in this room there are tons of spikes, and with Vivian's Veil ability, carefully traverse through this room so we can get to that chest. If you don't time this right, you will be sent to the beginning of the room, so I say just take it in slow steps and make sure you time it so you have enough time to like actually go into the shadows. See there, I knew I like probably could have made it, but I didn't really want to risk it. And inside we get the Spike Shield badge, makes Mario damage proof against spiky foes. So the Spike Shield badge, let's equip it. It's very useful. It requires 3 BP, which is not that bad. And I think I'm going to get rid of a charge badge and maybe the peekaboo badge. Well, anyway, we don't really need it at this point, but I'm just saying it's very helpful, especially with the coming chapter. I'm definitely going to equip it. Alright, so now let's make our way to the 1000-year door now, without further delay. I'm, like, recording through this quite fast. You have no idea, like, how fast I'm going. Like, I feel like... I feel like I'm on fire. It's like I'm going as fast as I was with Portal 2. Even though I uploaded the entire Portal 2 Let's Play in 1 week. Definitely not going to happen here. Yep, I'm definitely trying to let this LP extend out through to November 20th. Maybe a little bit further. Because Skyward Sword is coming out then. That's old news, but oh well. So now we got the Ruby Star. Let's see where the magical map is going to show us the next star. Star! Superstar! It's on Gilligan's Island! Woo! Let's go to Gilligan's Island. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that show, but I used to watch that show like when I was in elementary school. I would watch it on like this on this TV channel called TV Land. They would show it every morning, and I would watch it before I went to elementary school. Man, let me tell you, like I would eat breakfast and watch Gilligan's Island. Oh, yeah. If you have seen the show, who's your favorite character? Because mine was definitely Gilligan. Yep, I'm a sucker for the main characters. Anyway, Franklin's like, well, what? That was written in Princess Peach's email? The legendary treasure is actually the spirit of an ancient demon? Preposterous! And those fiends want to use the power of the crystal star to resurrect it? How bone-chilling! Ha, get it? Bone chill? Yeah. Alright. What have you found out, Professor? This is rather long, so you better listen. Or you best listen well. Are all of you ready? And you there, in front of the TV, you listen up too. Breaking the fourth wall there. Maybe I'm missing something. Are you talking to no one? Oh, never you mind. Don't worry about such trivial details. Just listen. The great cataclysm that I read about in the book may well refer to this demon. It says that a monster destroyed a large town that once stood on this very area. It also says that the 7 crystal stars were actually created by this monster. And that the Sing used the power of the crystal stars to try to control the world. According to this book, the demon was defeated in the end by 4 heroes. But only the beast's physical form was destroyed. Its spirit could not be eradicated. So the heroes used the crystal stars which they had stolen from the demon, and they cast evil beasts into the depths of a vast maze and sealed the exit. From this, I gather that the crystal stars cannot distinguish good from evil. So, if they're all united, they can either steal away or resurrect the demon. Well, that's a conundrum. It seems that who wields the crystal stars determines if they are used for evil or good. Well, let's definitely not give them to Luigi. Clearly I have to see what Luigi is capable of in Super Paper Mario. Yay! Blatant promotion of my other Let's Play. You should check it out. Does anyone think it might just be better to destroy them once and for all? That was my first thought too, but further research suggests we can't do that. There is a slight possibility that the 1000-year door is weakening. It seems the crystal stars hold the power to seal the beast for 1,000 years. Well, that's convenient. So once 1,000 years pass, the power to keep the door sealed shut will fail. And unfortunately, this year may be the 1000th year. Bad luck, huh? Well, that's convenient. The fact that those goons want the stars now may be coincidence, but maybe not. In other words, we must be ready for the demon's return, even if the X-Nauts fail. Oh, I guess we better find the rest of the crystal stars then, huh? Where do we start? Wherever do we start? According to the map, it appears to be somewhere on Keehaul Key. Keehaul Key? I'm none too familiar with the place, but I've heard countless unsavory rumors. You know, the usual stuff. Vengeful spirits full of hatred, evil curses, things like that. I'm sure the sea salt's down by the harbor no more. You should head there first. Alright, sounds like a plan. But before we do, let's grab a catalog. Atomic Blue, awesome. It has been transferred to Catalog, alright. Anyway, before we go do that, let's take a look at the wonderful, wonderful Trouble Center. I don't need an explanation. Oh my gosh, do I really have to do an explanation in order to do this? Alright. Blah 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 blah, I don't care. So basically, we're gonna get some troubles, and let's first go all the way down to Zest Tea, because I have her cookbook. Zest Tea, there we go. Seeking Legendary Book. I want you to find the Legendary Cookbook for me. It's in a pretty scary place, so there's no way an old gal like me could get it alone. If you could remember, in the last chapter, we found a secret area, and inside the secret area was a legendary cookbook. So, let's get Shadow out and see you guys there. Alright, so now that we're at Zest Tea's cookhouse, let's give her the cookbook. Hey, you took on my trouble? Well, it's really important, so listen up, Mr. Klutz. Ages ago, there was this legendary chef named Maitre Delish. Rumor has it you instantly became a better chef by reading his book. Unfortunately, it's an old book that's hard to find. Stores can't carry it. But I've recently heard that someone used to live in the Creepy Seabool had a copy. There are many secret rooms in the Creepy Seabool, so it's moldering there somewhere. I just have to get my hands on that book and read it. Help me out, Mr. Stumblebum. So, then. Want me to cook something for you, clumsy crashlot? No, thank you. You know, after calling me all those names, I don't have to give you this cookbook. Ah, that's it. That's a book by Maitre Delish. Give it here, quick. No, Mario, don't take that. Ask for an apology. Anyway, so now that Zest Tea has the Maitre Delish cookbook, she's now become a legendary chef. She created fire. Twice. I've got it now. Just glaze a mushroom with honey syrup for a yummy honey shroom. Brilliant. Now I can use recipes that require 2 ingredients. Now that's some book. Talk about effective. Thanks, Mr. Staggers. Take this as a reward. And we got a honey shroom for that. 5 HP, 5 FP. That's really good. So, now that we've given her the cookbook, she can cook dishes for us. They require 2 ingredients, and that's going to be very helpful later on. But for the time being, I'm not going to really use that ability. Alright, so also, let's talk to this guy. Let's see if there's a badge that I need. Come on, W emblem badge. Please have it. No. Nope, he does not. And look at these prices. I'm not paying 120 coins for a stupid sound effect badge. What? No more shopping? Yeah, sorry, buddy. Anyway, like Frankly said, let's head over to the port of Rogueport, or Rogueport Harbor as they call it. And let's talk to some people, see if they've got some info to give us on how to get to Keehaul Key. Hey, this guy looks like a pirate. Let's go talk to him. Well, why can't we just steal this ship? I wish we could just do that. You know, let's talk to this saucy pirate. No matter how much I work, there's got to be a way to just go poof and get rich, you know, poof. Alright, he doesn't tell us anything. Let's talk to this babon. Oi, you with the mustache. What's with the stink eye, eh? You got something to say? Alright, so he has nothing else to say? Oh, maybe he does. Listen, mate. Don't ask me about that place. I got no need for a curse from the Pirate King. Oh, okay. Hey, let's talk to this toad. See that ship dock there? She belongs to Flavio, the merchant trader. He don't sail too often, though. Mostly he hangs out at Podley's joint on the plaza. Well, thank you, Toad. You gave me actually all the information I needed. So let's go find this Flavio. Flavio is so Fabio. Alright, so let's head over to the inn. That is where Flavio is. Let's go talk to him. Hey, look, there's a Luigi. And a wrench Buzzy Beetle. Alright, hey, look, I guess this is Flavio. And this is a Skullstone, the lucky charm of my family. I love you, you sparkly thing. It's so fabulous, I wish to give it to big kisses. It never leaves my sight, never. Alright, let's talk to you now. And what do you want, Who, me, you ask about? Yes, you. I'm called Flavio, and I am, how you say, a trader. Monetary wealth gives me freedom, yes, and freedom gives me wealth of spirit. And yet, why is it that a man whose life is unchained most always long for yet more? What is missing from my life? There's tears at my eyes, very insides. I must know, what do I lack? You lack the thrills, buddy. Thrills, you say? I suppose one doesn't need some thrills every now and then. There is nothing like the feeling of being alone on a mountain, shivering to death. No, foolish Flavio. Not chills, you silly man. What I need are thrills. Wait, hold the horses. That is it. Now that I'm thinking of it, I once heard of the treasure of Cortez, the Pirate King. Yes, this is the answer. Oh, such happiness for me, a hunt for pirate treasure. Why, just that, shrieks of romance and thrills and emotion, even money. Do you not know the tale, the Pirate King's treasure, hidden on Keehaul Key? Well, tales say that this Pirate King Cortez had his hoard of pirate booty there. For years, treasure hunters and ruffians had gone there in search of the loot. But not a single one of them has ever returned. Oh, the horror makes my back tingle. People here whisper that the ghost of Cortez attacks all who seek his treasure. Eek! It is because of those very rumors that people no longer go to Keehaul Key. But that will not stop Flavio. That treasure is there, yes, and I'm going to prove it. For I am Flavio, trader extraordinaire, millionaire, sail the seven seas. Yeah, my computer's battery power says 64%. Go N64, woo! Why talk such craziness? There isn't anything like that in this dull armpit of a town. Tell me about it. You can't be believing each stupid rumor about treasure some street urchin spews out. Now what madness comes bursting from your mouth? You have a treasure map? Well, hand it over. Show me. You are having a joke on me. This map leads straight to Keehaul Key. You swine! You mean to steal my treasure out from under me, you awful, awful man! Well, now, I'm confused. You're looking for things known as the crystal stars?
Oh, yeah.
But now that I'm thinking, the star-shaped stone was said to be in Cortez's hoard. Perhaps I could sell it for a staggering amount of cash. Yes, that would be. Stop such thoughts, Flavio. What you need is romance, thrills, and emotion. I cannot ignore what this business before me suggests. This must be fate at work. Flavio shall go with you to Keehaul Key. Of course, the crystal star is yours, yes, but the rest of the treasure is mine. Alright, buddy. You must repeat that. Flavio's ears are plugged. You have no ship? Ha 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 ha. Oh, you unfortunate foolish man. Do you not know who I am? I will have a ship ready in no time, and it will be massive and glorious. Splendid, splendid, splendid. Let us begin preparations immediately, shall we? I will volunteer myself as our intrepid leader, yes, and you will be captain. Danger and adventure tickle my nostrils. Come to the harbor right away. You know, because if Mario's captain and he's the navigator, doesn't that kind of make me second in charge, so aren't I kind of Gilligan? Woo! I'm the main character! Alright. So now that we got Flavio on our side, let's go to the ship and sail off for Keehaul Key. Oh, great. I guess Shadow wanted to go to Keehaul Key all by himself. So yes, it is you. Well, sadly, a slight problem seems to have popped up. But feast your eyes on this outrageously fantastic ship. She is a fine vessel, no? She is the SS Flavion, the queen of the countless ships in my personal fleet. The raw majesty of her hull, the pomp and circumstance, none can compare to her. Behold the elegant curve of her prow. She cuts to the very soul, don't you agree? But she is not just a beauty, she is a savage beast on the water, tops among sailboats. But above all, I tell you, this proud ship can... yes. Did you speak? Yes, of course. The problem that has sprung up. I had completely forgotten about it. The SS Flavion, she bewitches me. Yes, well, here's the issue. Well, we have no navigator. Wait, I thought he was a navigator. Anyway, the navigator, of course, is the highest-ranked helmsman. Now here's the real problem. The waters around Keehaul Key are deathly dangerous. We need an absurdly skilled helmsman for our navigator. It is a, how you say, a pickle. Oh, Flavio. Heard you talking there, sir. If you don't mind me saying, I might have a solution. Don't you tease me, Papatch. You can solve our problems? Then spit it out already. Well, I say I heard talk of famed, a legendary sailor living in Rogueport. Yeah, I think he's called Admiral Brobbery, a salty old sea dog by all accounts. But he's said to have the helmsman touch, sir. He can make any ship bow to his will. This thing is, there ain't a soul what's seen him in on the seas of late. Bassa boom! Problem solved! Let us scout out this Bobbery fellow and get him on board. Alright. As is customary, my captain will handle all negotiations. That would be you, Mario. Of course. He's gotta give me the task of finding Admiral Bobbery. And everybody's like, yeah. Hey, who are you, buddy, over there on the right of the ship? Yep. Him. Alright, so let's go find Admiral Bobbery. I'll meet you there. Run, Yoshi, run! Alright, so... This is not a good sign for how this recording is going to go. Alright, so now we got Yoshi. Well, I mean, we've already done this. I mean, now that we've got... Muscular Bandit... Alright. So now that we got the rolling ability, we can actually go get Bobbery. So let's use Yoshi, get over here, and roll up into a tube and head down the chimney. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim cheree. A fistful of what do you blokes want? Sorry. But before we head out of here, because this guy's really rude, never heard of the gent, take your search elsewhere. Sorry to have bothered you. Now away with you! Alright, sorry buddy. Anyway, in here we can get a Shine Sprite. Shine! Wow, way to be loud, aircraft carrier. Wow, way to be loud. Alright. Any star piece in here? No. Wait a second. Hold the phone. I think you're Admiral Bobbery. You seek Admiral Bobbery? Never heard of him. He lies. Well, anyway, now that we found out that that guy's not Admiral Bobbery, let's go to the bar. Naturally, let's go to the bar. And what we want to do is we want to talk to the bartender here, so let's get behind the counter. Get behind the counter. Okay, there we go. And let's talk to him. Admiral Bobbery, yeah. Yeah, I know him. You know that house just past the wall in the eastern part of town? That's his. But I think both of you and he would be better off if you just let him be. Admiral Bobbery? Yeah, okay, he's gonna tell me the same thing. Alright, so that guy is Admiral Bobbery. Let's go back and talk to him. I know your secret, man. Admiral Bobbery, I haven't the faintest idea what you're talking about. Now, if you please me, please drop the act, Super Stash. We already found out that you're Admiral Bobbery. Well, Poppycock, tell me, what would you want with me if I was this chap? You say your ship needs a navigator and you want me to do the job? So sorry, but you'll have to look elsewhere. I shall set sail upon the sea nevermore. But that's just not cool. You want to see me beg or something? Is that it? You have to come along. Only you can get us safely to Keehaul Key. Awful sorry, dear boy, but when I say no, what I mean is no! Oh, so you're gonna be that way. Yep, he's gonna be that way. What's the next move, Chief? That salty dude's going nowhere fast. I can't figure this guy out. What's his beef with the ocean, anyway? I don't know. Why don't we go ask the bartender? Hoo-hoo! Alright, so let's go talk to the bartender. You say Bobbery won't go to the sea, huh? Well, I can't say that surprises me. Why? The real question is, are you folks really sure you want Bobbery back on the water? Oh, is that it? Now I see. You want to mount an expedition to Keehaul Key. Yeah, okay. You know, I've seen those expeditions every day, blah, blah, blah. Anyway. The fact of the matter is, Admiral Bobbery's tale is sad. Horribly sad, actually. You'll probably end up crying, but I'll tell it to you, if you really want me to. In that case, get ready. Bobbery's tale of woe goes something like this. Sad behind the music. Bobbery was once married, had a wife of enduring beauty named Scarlet. The two of them were the sort of love reserved for fairy tales. Now Bobbery was a renowned sailor, so he was away from home for long periods of time. Scarlet never complained, though, and always waited faithfully for Bobbery's return. And Bobbery, his eye never drifted. He loved only Scarlet, truly and deeply. So they lived, and found happiness where they could, and all was good, for a time. But not all good things can last. It was a particularly icy winter when it happened. Scarlet fell ill. A virus, a passing cold, no one knew, but it soon turned serious. Bobbery, at sea on a long, lonely voyage, knew nothing of his bride's suffering. By the time he returned, Scarlet had succumbed. She was gone. Bobbery, of course, blamed himself. My loving wife perished because of me. If I were not at sea, I could have nursed her to health. I could have saved her. He was overcome with such thoughts. They tormented him always, haunting his sleep. He has never gone out to sea since. Gee, what a downer. I guess that's a pretty good reason for hating the ocean. Debbie Downer. You all know his tale now, so tell me, do you still want him returned to the sea? Yeah, we do. We have a crystal star to find. I don't care about his emotions. I'm determined to accomplish my destiny. I've got to collect them all. Anyway, we got an old letter, the letter Scarlet wrote to Bobbery on her deathbed. On her deathbed, Scarlet wrote Bobbery a final letter. You hold it in your hands. I don't know what's written inside, but I can tell you what she told me as she lay dying. If I should succumb to his plague, and if my love should blame himself for my death, then give this letter to him so he may hear my voice. It was her last request. When I saw Bobbery in misery trying to forget the pain as he mourned his wife, I just couldn't bring myself to present the letter to him. I've regretted it ever since. Please, take this letter and do the deed I was too cowardly to do. Take it to Bobbery. Listen, Podley, thanks a ton. We'll deliver this thing. You feel better, okay? Let's roll, Gonzalez. He's like Alfred from The Dark Knight. Alright, let's go back to Bobbery and give him the letter. Like you said, let's roll! Alright. After we've rolled on over to Bobbery, no matter how many times you entreat me, my stance is firm. Now away with you! Pardon? A letter, you say? For me? What? Scarlet? This is Scarlet's handwriting! Scarlet, my love. My love, if you're reading this letter, then I am no longer by your side. Because fate has stepped between us, I have decided to write you this letter. If you're reading this, I must have passed away while you were out to sea. I can only assume that you will blame yourself for it, my sweet Bobbery. Although my life was short, you gave me more than a lifetime's worth of joy. Though you will mourn, I beg that you remember that time, like love, is a tide. You are one with the sea as you are one with me. Do not lose both your life's loves. I'm crying. Time like love is a tide. We are the one with the sea. I guess you could say her fuse was a little bit short. Haha, get it? Because, well, no, never mind. That was a distasteful joke. Wait, where are you going, Bobbery? Mars like, okay. Awkward silence. Yes, my love, I was happy, my sweet, sweet Scarlet. I love you still. Hey, there you are, buddy. Went to go get a tissue, huh? Now then, you were looking for a navigator, I believe. Bound for Keehaul Key?
Oh, yeah.
If you think an old sea bomb like me is what you need, then let's shove off. Admiral Bobbery, yes! Woo! Now we got Admiral Bobbery on our side. Woo! Alright, so let's head back to Rogueport Harbor. Of course you have to meet us there, but we'll beat you! You know, for an old Babam, he actually is pretty fast. He beat us here, even with Yoshi. I knew you'd get Bobbery on board, you wonderful mustache man, you. To you, I must say ahoy. I was wise to choose you as a captain. Ahoy to me as well. My men have already loaded our cargo and supplies. Yes, preparations are complete. If you have no errands, we can depart at once. What do you say? Shall we set sail? You bet, buddy. Weehaw! Very well, to the sea, raise anchor and set sails for thrills and emotion! And romance and money, our destination is dread Keehaul Key. Wait up! Why didn't he just get on this ship? He had to wait at the last moment possible. Anyway, now that the prologue is over, we shall begin Chapter 5. But what's this? This is X-01 here. Come back, dude. I repeat, X-01 here. Over. Roger, reading you 5-eye. Infiltration is successful. X-Not Black aboard vessel. Repeat, X-Not Black is on board the vessel.